Hello, hello, hello. I hadn't been on in about a month, everybody. It's old Mr. Gleason News here. We're finally going to make it back to do another stream. How did you find me so quick, Money? Before I ever went live, you popped up on there. I was like, I'm not even live yet. If I was, I didn't click it until about 3:24, 3:25. About 3:25 is when I went live. Oh, okay. I see how that. It must be something new they're doing different now with YouTube because they used to wouldn't do that before. I guess that's one of the new features. If you're following my channel, I guess it gives you an update. Just I ain't got but about a handful of stuff today, but I've got just some odds and ends. Thought it might make some. Maybe somebody's Secret Santa they could stick in the bag for some of these, like Big T's channel, and where they're doing Secret Santa stuff this year. And I just thought, well, I'll put up what little different odds and end things I had today. I got some of these, and you've probably seen them, I'm sure, before. I got some of those old International Numismatic Bureau. I got some of those ancient Greek bronze coin. I got some different ones up there. I'm gonna put up and show in a minute. Got that one right there. And then Constantine, the Great Era. That one right there. It's pretty cool though. They got that one there's got a lot of details still on that one. These are hard to find with much detail on them. And I run across these three. They don't look too bad to be so old. Got and there's a little old slab nickel, just a 61 nickel there, MS 65. I'm gonna kind of just start them in order in a minute. I thought hopefully maybe I get maybe at least 10 people or something in here, and then I might start trying to sell some of it. But if you see something you might want to buy, Money, you can let me know. I got an old Queen Elizabeth, a dollar coin. It's from 1989, but still, it's pretty cool. And it's got the ship on the back of that one right there. You know, they made some pretty coins over there. That's from 1989. but that's a $1 coin. And I don't know what I'll figure out in a minute here. I'll throw some numbers out. If you see something that catches your eye. I want to make sure my chat's working. Ain't nothing moving except I see money there. I see it looks like maybe I got 4 people. And don't know much about this. It's a $20. Now on the side, if you read the side of this coin, it says Libertad. Is this the? Would this be called the Libertad? Was this got the snake and the eagle on this one? What do you call this coin here, money? What's the term for that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. I may start out with it in a minute, but I thought it said Libertad on the side of it. And I was like, let's see. Yeah, that's right. And there's a 36 Great Britain halfpenny. One of them. Yeah, I don't have nothing graded except no silver anyway today. I got some silver, but it ain't graded. I got a 2021 Silver Eagle. Well, we'll throw that out there in a bit. Yeah, I don't like. As long as I got a slab coin and it hadn't been pried open before, I'll take any of them if it's something I'm interested in. I would really want to, would want to buy. Because to me, I don't know, one's about as good as the other. I know there's a lot of people talk different about them, but maybe on their end of how quick they can get their stuff back, and the grading too. But there's a 69 still in the plastic there, Denver. Nice one. Hey, Chuck's Coins and Cash, how you doing today? Thanks for coming in. But pretty much that's all I got. I think I'm gonna start off here just to see if anybody's in here. That Mexico coin that we call the Libertad there, that's a $20 coin. Yeah, I know it, money. And I'm going to start that Mexico coin if anybody's interested in it for, let's just start it out at, say, $14. That's what I want to start it out. I guess I could tap it in there. And I'm just going to kind of sit on it a few minutes and let's see. And I'm not used to doing this, so I'm slow and I'll just do a few things around, and if somebody comes up, and if we don't do any good, well, we'll just shut it down after a while. If anybody comes in and if I've got one showing and you want to see the other side, just let me know in chat, and I'll try to accommodate you best I can. Just is sound okay? Everybody can hear me okay today? I think I'm finally on the right microphone today. I usually start off and I'm on the wrong one and nobody can hear me. Try to get this one where it'll show a little better. That coin right there on the blue stand right now is the Mexican Libertad coin. It says it's a $20 coin. Their value coin of what it is. So I'm starting at $14. It may not be worth 10. I'm started out at 14. If anybody's interested in that coin right there. It'd be nice if I could turn it where you could get a good view of the eagle and the snake. I think that's pretty cool. $14 for the Mexico coin. And I'm gonna throw one more up, and I'm just gonna put a BIN price, which a bin everybody knows. Ready. And that's going to be this other one I'm going to set beside of it. Just a minute here. I can get them to show together. I ain't too well set up today, but I'll get it figured out. Definitely not like I want to. I think I have a better stand. I'm gonna take that down a minute. Put these back up now. Now maybe that's much better. It's International Numismatic Bureau on those. It's called INB, International Numismatic Bureau. And I'm going to probably move them down here in a minute and just start with something else again. And now I've got two different of the Constantine coins. Now I can't pick it up. That thing's got a rubber back and it won't let you hardly scoot nothing. We got two different ones there. One of them might be a tad looking better than the other one. But it's International Numismatic Bureau. Constantine the Great Heir, Roman Empire, 330 AD. And either one of those, I'd like $17. Or 2 for 30. How about that? Anybody would take both of those, I'll do 2 for 30. Yeah, they're small. They can scoot around in there, of course. There's that one once again, a little closer. Pretty decent view right there. I'm going to take them down for a minute. Try to set aside what I did show. And here's one here. It's an ancient Greek bronze coin. They read from 400 BC to 300 AD. And I can probably do like this. Well, we'll go 15 on that one. If anybody's interested in the ancient Greek bronze coin, I'll do 15 on that one. We're going to throw Queen Elizabeth up there. I'll tap us a price on that one here. I think I'm just going to tap some bin prices because there ain't going to be many. I don't usually do much auction anyway, so. And there's the price for the Queen Elizabeth $1 coin. It's up at $8. Got the ship on there. Let's see. Put bin price $8 on the Great Britain halfpenny. Well, I'm going to take them off for a minute. Howdy do there, J-Dog. I just got a few odds and ends up there I thought I'd try to sell today. Right now I'm showing just a 69 Denver Kennedy half and still in the little plastic that it came in. I'm on some of these, you can see where I've just tapped the bin price on them. I don't have my setup in here since I was sick and had to do a lot of rearranging. I don't have my good table set up in here today like I usually do. So I'm on a limited space that I'm showing on today. Definitely not like I would rather do it. But that one's $8. I'm gonna put it aside. Everybody knows what that is. So, and I'm gonna re-show things as I go. If there's something I've listed already, because nothing hasn't sold, so if there's something listed up there in the chat above, and you want me to re-show it, I'll show it again. And there's a 61 nickel Jefferson nickel MS65. I'll just tap it in that way. $10 on the graded nickel. J-Dog, how much are old Buffalo nickels going for with a just, average look with a readable date on them nowadays? How much are those going for, Buffaloes? And the only other piece of silver I got today is the old. Let's see here. I don't know where these are really at either, but I just know it's what I'd like to do anyway. Might be worth a lot less or a little bit more. I don't know. But it's really nice, so just trying to move a few things which is very few things that I have right now. And I'm gonna mute myself for just a second and let me check on something. And if y'all just please bear with me, I'll be right back. Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. David Carlisle. Good to see you, buddy. Well, let's see here. David Carlisle says, "Are you European?" I'll show you what I got here. Maybe this is. Are you talking maybe about these here? Are you asking me if I'm European? got you a British penny, half penny, and a Queen Elizabeth $1 coin. And I had them at what do I have here? Either one of those can bend. They're not auction price, just bend price. $8, $8. Yeah, he might. Yeah, I got him now. I think you're right, Mama T. Oh, we got a grandson over today, and he was kind of screaming, and the door is shut to his grandmother, and I had to go in there and attempt to correct him. That's the only time he won't scream and holler if I got my door shut. He's showing out to her. He changes maybe when I go in there. I get after him. Thanks for coming in, Mama T. Glad you stopped by today. I'm just showing I've got a handful of stuff here that I was going to try to sell. See if anybody might have been interested. Get Mama T up here to auction them. Get that auction voice going. I hadn't got too much of an auction voice. That's Big T and Mama T's job. Yeah, I was showing these earlier, Mama T. I'll throw them back up. Don't see them a lot. I'm going to try to find that one I thought was a better one. These are pretty cool right here. Y'all used to sell some of these. Constantine the Great era. But they ain't bad looking, I'll tell you that. If I can quit shaking enough to hold it. That's not bad looking. You can still get the details out on that one. It's not too bad looking. Yeah, you get them going. When you get in there, they use this. A lot of times when Big T gets up and goes to the bathroom, that's when you start selling. Let's see, what did I run them through a while ago? I had it up here. Yeah, I put 17 on those Constantine. I had a $17 price. I might even take an offer less if somebody comes in and thinks they might be interested in them. Got two of those. That's the best looking one right there. Yeah, if somebody wanted to take both of these right here, I had 17 on them. I'll do, if I can get them to sit still now, I'll do both of those for 30. 2 for 30 on that one. I'm trying to show them. Like I say, I'm not on my good setup. Hey there, Mr. Cash Money. Good to see you. Cash Money, he could just buy me out. He'd never miss it. 2 for 30 on the Roman Empire coins there, Cash Money. 2 for 30. Or 1 for 17. As hard as I seen it was to sell the other day on the flea market for people, I'm telling you, I'm sure until after Christmas it's going to be hard and tight to sell certain things. I'm sure. Oh, I just missed your question, Mama T. I did go to the coin shop, but I didn't find anything that I wanted. These right here are just some stuff I had put back that I've just never showed to sell. Everything. Well, at the coin shop here, the terrible looking Benjis and Walking Liberties, they were starting prices on them were like $18 a piece. Now I don't, if they was in a lot better shape, they might have started at that price. But I thought 18 was high. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but 18 sounded high to me. Money Maniac says he's back. Yeah, that's true, Cash Money. And I showed this one a while ago. That's pretty much the only good silver piece today. A 2021 American Silver Eagle. I have that. If anybody's interested, I had a starting bid price of it of 35, and it's really nice in a capsule. At 35 on that one. I don't think I'm too far off on anything. Maybe I am. Well, yesterday, I think silver was like what, $21 or something an ounce, 21 something. There's your 2021 with me moving it all around. 35 on that. Yeah, I know, J-Dog. That's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't have nothing but just a handful of stuff, and I hadn't went live in about a month. And I wanted to stream for a little bit. Hello, and I'm crazy. How you doing today? Been showing some goodies up here. Somebody needed them a Christmas stocking stuffer. There's a 69 40%er. Denver Mint still in the wrap pack. Yeah, there you go. 2086 right now is the silver price today. Down a little. I think I had $8 on that 69. If anybody would like a 69 Kennedy half, 40%. How about a $10 nickel? There's a MS65 1961 Jefferson nickel. I like 10 on it. $10 on that. That's terrible. I hadn't even sold one thing today. If I don't, it may have to be in the flea market now, coming up next Sunday, maybe. Yeah, I don't think silver is going to change a whole lot for a while. The next 2 years, I think, as long as we still got the same president, the same problems, they're going to keep us. They're going to keep us. They're going to keep us down as long as they can. They don't want nobody to get ahead. I'm going to throw this, since I've kind of went over everything for the moment, I'm going to, let's see here. Anybody wants to step up, come up here and talk a minute, since I've done kind of went through every little piece I had there. Anybody want to come up, talk a few minutes while we're still here? I'll stay on here. I'd like to stay on for a little while. Mama T, you're welcome to come up if you're still here. J Dog, any of you. Money Maniacs, Chuck's Coins and Cash. You're more than welcome to come up too, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. And here comes Mr. Money Maniacs, Mr. Billy.
Hello.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to be doing a sale today too. I was over at some coins and dropped a couple of hundred. So
I was just kind of chatting a little, and I was like, I wish I could sell this little bit of stuff here. It'd be nice today. And I don't know. I just kind of threw up some prices real quick. Basically, I wanted to do a little stream just for the heck of it. I hadn't done one in so long and hadn't been in the mood to do it, and I'm trying to get back in the mood. And
yeah, that's me. I haven't done a video in forever. I've got so
and the
many.
longer you wait, the more shy feeling I get that I don't want to get up on screen. And hey, nerd, how you doing, buddy?
I have one coming out. I don't know if anybody has heard about this, but I did this yesterday with Cajun. But NGC is actually on some of their newer coins starting in January. They're going to go to a 10-point grading scale.
I've been watching that.
For 1982 and newer. So anything older than 1982 is still going to be on the 70. But for the newer stuff, and I think they're mainly doing it for the bullion coins and things of that nature is what I really think they're doing.
More ways of getting people interested in.
Well, I think it's to be a faster process because, like right now, their turnaround time is only like 2.5 weeks. It's ridiculously fast. But sometimes in the spring or summer, they could be out, 60, 90 days or longer. So, So, I mean, I like it. I mean, I used to collect baseball cards and comics and stuff like that. So I'm used to the 10-point scale anyway. So, and I think that's what they're doing is because PSA uses the 10-point scale and they're trying to cross people that are into collecting to try to bring them into grabbing some numismatic stuff. And I think it's just a new way to get people into the hobby, really.
Well, considering most of the major companies out there eating each other up, and now they're all one big conglomerate.
Well, and I mean, I think it's and another thing is I think it's a big corporate thing where it's just going to be one great big monopoly, later down the road. I heard nothing about PCGS getting on this bandwagon of a 10-point grading scale. But NGC, like I said, is only using them for 1982 and newer coins. So anything older than 82 is still going to be subjected to the 70 point that we all know and love. So,
How you doing, Money? I hadn't seen you in a while.
oh, doing pretty good. Finally got back into work a little bit, and I'm supposed to be saving money to move, but I slowly started buying a few things again here and there. I don't think I'm going to sell for a long time. I'm just in the slowly, when I see a good deal or something, I'm just going to start buying bundles, and I'm really staying away from raw stuff right now. I'm buying graded stuff. Reason for that being is raw stuff. People have manipulated it so much, it's ridiculous. I will not buy. I'm sorry, Gleason. No offense. You are right. You are right on with the ASC at 35. I'm not your guy. I mean that because honestly, JM Bullion is selling one for 42 and change. That's just stupid to me. That's so you're right on the spot with 35.
I got an ASC for 30.
See, and me, I won't get I won't buy an ASC for more than 27. I just won't do it. It's not in my privilege. I will not spend more than $6 to $7 over a spot. I will not do it.
Right.
Because that's the dealer coming out of me. I will not do it because in my mind, I have to sell it for a certain amount. And at that point, I already feel like I'm getting ripped off. I'm not going to rip anybody else off.
Yeah.
So I'm staying away from anything raw. So I'm going into silver and gold, but I'm going into NGC, PCGS, and Annex, and I'm kind of staying with that right now, along with the currency. I'm everything graded because there's a price point. You know what it is. There's no, well, this could be a this could be a that. It could be cleaned. It could not be cleaned. I'm not dealing with none of that. I'm going straight into, well, third party said this is what it is. So this is what it is. So, because it's just too manipulated with this government we have, and any election year, even if it's a midterm election, roller coaster does this like crazy with the precious metals. It's just dumb. And with it being so manipulated right now, I'm not.
I'm gonna look at Nerd's table here in a minute.
There's not much there. Not much left.
I mean, I like his proof set over in the corner.
That's what I was just about to ask. The bottom right. What's it? What you got there?
It's a proof set.
Got it in a bundle deal. I don't even know if it's proof or not. It's just what it came in 1947, but it looks like they've been circulated, so I don't know.
To me, it looks like I've seen those empty at coin shows, and it's just like sets that, I've done it. It's just sets that people put together. They're not an actual proof set. It's just a set someone's put together.
Yeah.
I've done that and sold them for, a little over melt on those personally when I had them a couple of years ago. I put them together.
Yeah, it's something somebody was doing a drop, and it just wound up being in the drop. So
yeah, J-Dog CAC is going to start doing their own grading too, which...
Be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
I think that's going to actually... I don't think that's going to help the market. I'm not going to say it's necessarily going to hurt the market. I don't see it helping. I really don't. CAC should stay in its own corner with, grading. Again, the company's already graded coins. I think they should stick with what they're already known for. They're starting to dip into other things, and short run, it's not going to help. It may hinder and hurt. Long term, it may help, but that's for the future to see.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, and it's all corporate greed. That's what it is. That's what it is.
They want a piece of that pie, so that's what they're going to go after.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's where it's at. So, my back surgery went well. I recovered. It took me a month to recover. I heard your neck surgery went well.
Yeah, it went okay. I still have, my neck is still sore and stiff, and it aches, and I can feel crunching it, and still need to pop it all the time, and it's just
I'm still my body has been back to work about a week now, and it's at that point where it's nice and sore and tender because my muscles are getting back to used to doing what they used to, and they don't like me right now. Where I'm at.
Yeah, my 10 units, my friend. I love it.
I don't have one of those. Unfortunately, I have painkillers to get me through because it's a doctor.
Well, I got those too. I found a 10 unit at a garage sale for $5. So
Oh, okay.
I got one of those.
Thou shalt. That should be the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not be jealous. I'm a little jealous at the moment.
Actually, you can find the one I've got on Amazon for like $35. I mean, they're cheap nowadays. And they feel so good. Oh, I turn that.
So I haven't been seeing you. I've been in Mama's flea market watching and lurking lately, and I've been over, and when I get home from church, they're usually halfway through when I get in. But I haven't seen you on trade day or anything. I jump in there about an hour and jump out. But
usually my Saturdays are tied up with taking care of everything needs to be taken care of, and so I don't get on his very often anymore. And then Sundays after church, I'm on Mama T's every now and then. But like yesterday, I had to go pick up my cards from the grading company. Using a local grading company just to slab cards to keep them protected, older cards, from the early 2000s. They don't get any worse than what they were. And I had to go pick them up yesterday, or it'd be another week before I could pick them up, and I didn't want to wait that long. So.
Okay.
I run a block. I tell you what, I know I have a time. My mailbox is about a football field away from me, door to door. And I know I have a time just checking my mail right now. Oh, boy. I definitely ain't doing no run a marathon.
Nerd, what is it that you have that you use a 10 unit? Is it your back or?
I put on my neck and shoulder muscles.
Oh, okay. Because I knew, I'll tell you who got me when I was really down back here this past year was Evil Lenny bought a new one and had it sent to me. And man, I'm telling you what, and it lasts for several days on a charge in this one he got me. And when you turn it off, I had to build myself up to get. I was running at the strongest mode in my lower back, my right hip, and my right leg, and it did start getting me to be back to where I could be on my feet just to go with a walker, and then finally graduated away from that. But I'll tell you what, I had it last year, and I sure won't do away with my walker because at any minute it can be back. And I mean, with a walker, I couldn't even hardly get to the bathroom. It was all I could do to get around.
Yeah, right here. I still got my cane, right?
I made me a homemade.
I don't use it, but it's right there.
I made one out of a good pecan limb. And actually, it's pretty good. They say you can't make one out of just anything. I said, why not?
Okay.
It's a good. I think I can tell what'll hold me. I like to have a little curve in it, about 3/4 of the way up towards the top, and I cut that thing out, and I just kind of whittled it down, and I couldn't find me a handle to go on it yet, so I wrapped black tape around it, electrical tape, made me a handle. I said, that's good enough. I ain't gotta have a brand new one.
I know I got me a I think it was a PCS or no, it's NGC MS-64 or 65 World War II V75W quarter. It was a 2020, and I got it for $12 in an auction day. I thought I was like, what? Like nobody wanted it. I'm like,
I know that's funny. You can go any given day. There'd be certain things that. Yeah, that's right, Mama T. I'm going to have to highlight that. That's exactly right. Fall apart. You go to auction some nights, just like at Mama T, Big T's. You go in there some nights, and Morgan Dollars will hard to get above $30, and they're decent. And I'm like, sometimes they'd fight over them for 40 to 50 and $60 for them like that. You just can't never tell what they're going to do.
man, I don't fight when it comes to Morgans and stuff. I will not fight over a Morgan. Maybe over a Carson chicken, maybe, but not. Hey, there's a collection of W's.
Mm-hmm. Remember, I put sets of these together.
Yeah, I remember you telling about that, and you said you went to Hobby Lobby. You could get that deal with the
Yeah,
holder.
it finally moved on to another deal, and you couldn't get this anymore. But yeah, for a long time, you could get these. You got two of these, two of the 2 coin holders, like 100 2x2 flips, and some coin tubes, and it's a whole big deal for like $10. So I was buying them up.
Oh, I want to get set up here. Lisa, I want to touch on a subject. I sent a submission in for a client, and let me pull it up here. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute, if you don't mind. And for people that don't know, I want to show them what this means here. Let me get back to StreamYard and share my screen. Just a real quick tab. That one, sure. Okay, so I sent this stuff in for a client. You can see one came back clean, but you can see two of them came back colorized outside the mint. One was the 2021 Eagle, Heraldic Eagle, right there, the T1. And the other one was the 2022 Canadian $5 Maple Leaf, colorized outside the mint. They thought it was, and I don't know. They just wanted them graded. And this one here is that blackish field eagle with the gold eagle. So it's the black. It's the ASE that's black with the gold on it. There was only like 100 of these minted. It comes in the nice box. It's one of those that are very primo coins, just like the Canadian Maple Leaf on the bottom. They're very primo coins. But what NGC told me, because I was on the phone with them asking, and I said, what happened? And they said, because as soon as the third party mint, they might be a limited thing and they might be very high premium. But if you send them into us to get graded, we can no longer grade them because they have been post mint damage, even though we don't put that on there. Just like EC says, every time you see the colored coin, how much
they've been altered.
Yes, but they call it post mint damage, is what the lady at NGC told me. And she said it doesn't hurt the value of the premium, but she said at the same time, it doesn't help it. So I wanted to bring this to people's attention. If you're thinking about sending in certain premium coins that might be colorized, be very careful before you do it. You might get this on your label, colorized outside the mint. And at that point, they cannot give you an MS 69 or 67 or a proof 60, whatever.
You have to make sure that it's all done by the mint. Because the mint, I mean, some mints will make colorized coins, and those can be graded. Like, I mean, Nui is big for making the the colorized, like the Mickey Mouse's, Donald Ducks, things like that, where they're rounds and they're colorized. They're coin, they're colorized, a round coin, and so those can be graded. But anytime you have a third party take a coin, like I know a real popular one was that Mandalorian. That,
yeah, don't do that.
Beautiful coin, but it was a third party that went in and put that treatment on those coins, a limited run, and that's their way of making money. They can buy that coin from the mint for $30, spend probably $20 worth of treatment on it to do the design and everything, crank out 100 of them.
And now they're selling them for $125, $150.
Exactly.
And that's what, and honestly, the coin shops keep the price going because there was only a run of 200 of made or run of 500 of them ever in existence. Right. So they can do that.
Yeah.
But I would just bring it to people's attention. Be careful when you send them in for grading. Do your due diligence, do your homework. So that way you're thinking you're helping yourself, maybe with a proof 70 or a reverse proof 70 or something, which technically you would be helping yourself. But be careful doing that because you might get colored outside the mint or post-mint damage or whatever PC Jets will put on theirs. Who knows? So I'm just being be very careful when you do it. And the thing is, those two that got colorized outside the mint, they're very beautiful coins. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not into colorized stuff. I mean, I know Mama Tia has a few other people that like colorized. I don't care either way. I would have kept it in its package, in its box. I am one for taking premium stuff and sending it in. You guys have seen me do Harry Potter stuff all the time, but the Mint did it that way, so I knew I could get it great. But just like your holographic eagles that you come across every once in a while, don't send those in because the holographicness is a third-party thing. They cannot grade them after
that. I kind of always like what Ken Peavy he used to say. I may be wording it wrong, but he said if you got a coin and you're going to get it graded, he said if it ain't $100 coin or more, he said he said I don't think it's worth it. So you end up losing money.
In the long run, you can, and that is argumentative. In the long run, you can. Now, on certain bullion coins, you can make money, but and I'm not big on sending bullion coins in. I'm not like ASEs. I will buy them slabbed. I will buy them, the pandas and stuff. I will buy them slabbed, but I'm not big into sending them in. Because you get done with the grading fees and things of that nature. If you get a 70, you're going to get about a $20, $30 upgrade. After your grading fee of $19, you're making $10. Is $10 really worth it? Well, I mean, if you got 150 of them and you got the money to send them in, then yeah, it might be worth it to some people, some dealers. But to me, I'm just going to put them in a display case the way they are and go, here. But again, silver's so manipulated right now, it's ridiculous because look at it. Gleason's over here, he's got a ASC raw for 35. You go get it. You go get an MS69 ASC any coming year. No one will pay more than 45 for that coin.
Right.
Silver's obviously manipulated. Being raw. Now a 70, they're probably going to. Most dealers will sell them on a common year 70, like an MS70 for about 65, $70, which to me is already too high. They should be about 55 to 60 for a 70.
There's bullion sites that are starting to do that. They'll sell 70s for like $50-$55.
See, that's and unfortunately, the dealers I'm talking about are not people with brick and mortar stores. I'm talking about the dealers where I go and set up with. That's it. Their display cases at different coin shows, gun shows. Right. I'm talking about those dealers that go from town to town, and if they're already doing it, I know the brick and mortar stores have been doing it. So, I mean, I walked into this
5 ounce in that
5 ounce.
Germania.
And I have a 5 ounce silver bar, 5 ounce Germania. Yeah. So it's just, like I said when I first started, I know people like to buy raw stuff. It's easier to stack, collect, things of that nature. I'm sticking with the graded stuff at a certain price point because there's no manipulation on it. It's already got the collector value. It's already got the premium on it. You know where it sits. You know where it stands. Versus one person over here selling it for 28 or 30, the next person over here selling it for 32, this person over here at 26. If you buy more than whatever, it bounces so much.
A lot of channels too, they just sometimes there'll be a lot of good deals and stuff. Every channel come in buys from another channel. They just helping each other out a lot of times too.
And I understand that, and I'm not against. And I have said this on many platforms. I am not against people buying. Now, I am against people buying online. However, I am not against people buying off of other people on YouTube. Now, what I mean, I'm against people buying online, and that just means right now. JM Bullion, SD Bullion, Hero Bullion, they are so bad, manipulated, inflated. It's ridiculous. Please buy at a local store if you can, because a local store will give you a better deal than these online guys, because they still got to think of their overhead. And if you actually do go in there and start spending, a few $100s, they're going to start cutting you some deals on some things, and you're going to get it cheaper than these online guys. So.
I hate going to Well, it's Tennessee people for you, these Southerners, I have to say. You go into a pawn shop around here and they got some coins now. They're the most arrogant, smart aleck people. And I'm like, and you just ask them. I was like, well, I can't, there ain't a price there on you. And he goes, no, and we don't price. That's what the price is. I'm like, well, I'm just asking.
Whack-a-troll.
Yes.
Yeah,
Another one.
they
Another one.
also they also treat their I guess it's for their paperwork purposes, but any bullion they get in, they treat it like jewelry, and they charge you whatever they're going to charge on jewelry, and then they charge you tax, and it's like what? Because here in Texas, you don't pay tax on bullion.
Nerd, you do know that in 2 years' time, I will be living 32 minutes south of Dallas.
Really? Where you moving to?
Ennis, Texas.
Ennis? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just by Waxahachie there.
Yep.
Yep, that's where I'm
Does that start with an E or an I?
E. It's basically Dennis without the D.
Okay.
What you moving out here for?
I'm
glad to have you.
I'm getting the hell out of the desert and getting back into my southern country ways that I was grown and raised to be. This is ridiculous out here.
Where you can see a natural tree with some leaves on it that been moved in there.
Man.
And this has got some good. Yeah, it's good country. It's I think it's just outside Dallas County, so it's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm already going to be. I'm talking to some of the promoters out there because the gentleman here knows some people out there, and they're already getting me set up to get phone numbers and stuff. So because they have a lot of coin shows in Dallas, and I'm going to start probably traveling around Dallas to all the different coin shows. So you'll see me a lot.
I hit up about 2 a year. I'll go check out, and I actually checked out one that was a little north of Dallas earlier this year. I think it was September, October. There was a show. It was up in Sherman, which is about 30 minutes north of Dallas. So.
Yeah. So right now I'm with my paycheck and everything. I'm putting $1,000 away every paycheck, because they were paying me while I was out of work, and so that way when I get out there we'll have enough to because we're going to be building the house and everything for the materials and everything, and we'll have enough for the business. And so I'm just going to, when I get out there, I'm going to have enough money, and we're just going to be a full-time dealer and hit the ground running and go. That's why right now, for between now and then, I'm just buying very slowly when I see certain good deals, just to start stocking up.
So you're only going to deal with slab stuff now?
Only for right now, until the manipulation crap goes away.
Well, that's never
now. Well, online it will, but see, locally I'll go down and I'll buy rounds and bars where I know I can get them at $23 an ounce right now, because he's only charging $3 over spot,
right,
for bars and rounds. And
Nerd, you're more than welcome. Well, there was about 11 or 12 people a while ago. You're more than welcome if you want to show up some things there. And are you still just trading? Are you selling?
It's up for sale. But it's not. I'm not really. There's not a lot of people here.
No.
And like he's saying, the different the premiums, the outrageous premiums. I mean, I bought most of the stuff I bought when it was pretty much everything on the table. I'm taking a loss on at this point because I bought a lot of wood.
And that's another reason I'm not getting into raw stuff right now, because that's where I screwed up last time, was taking too many losses on things every time it dipped. So I'm just going to stick with like a normal dealer, just stick with the graded stuff. If the raw stuff comes to the table, I'll buy it.
I've been getting rid of my this is the last one I have, but I've been getting rid of my ASEs for 30.
That's a hell of a good deal.
Yeah, I think I got like 33 in them. So but I look at it this way: if you've had something long enough, it's dead money anyway. So at that point, you just move it to something else. And
right,
it all comes out. It washes in the end. In the end, you're going to be up on some, down on others. As long as you don't just take a bath, you're okay.
Well, another thing is, I believe, and I apologize. You all know my mouth at this point. I make no bones about who I am. But what's really hurting as well is all these different channels with all these stinking games all the time. That's hurting. That's hurting a lot.
Drives me nuts watching.
Well, I mean,
I don't mind watching and participating in one or two a month. And I only participate to have the fun. I'm not in it to win it. I spend maybe $5 in a race or something, and I have a good time. I spent $5 for entertainment. That's what I did. I'm not trying to break a bank over here. I spent it to have a good time. But
you treat it for what it is. It's a game,
and I mean, kudos to those that want to play it. But at the end of the time, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, go through it and be like, look, I played X amount of games. I've won X amount of silver. Put that into, $5 or whatever, $5 a time I played. You're a math teacher. Divided by how many ounces of silver I got. Did I pay $50 an ounce for each one? Probably so.
Right. That's the only concern I have about the games is the fact that the price per ounce. I mean, yeah, you're only paying $3, $5, $7 for your spot, but I've noticed lately that the games have expanded spots from 10 to 15 to 20, and so you're looking at the overall cost of the item up could be $100, $120, and the item is only worth $80. You know what I mean? So it's getting to the point where the game. I've seen some of the games where the cost. The overall money coming in for the item just does not. It's just not. It's not there.
Right.
It shouldn't be that high, but to each his own. And
right. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on. Everybody's an adult.
Exactly.
Obviously, you're over 18 doing it.
Right.
Kudos to you and I understand. There's 3 different types of people that play the games. 1 that actually tries to go for the silver, 2 that just do it for the enjoyment, and 3 just to support that channel. And there's nothing wrong with any of those. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not. I am not here to. I'm just saying it does hurt the hobby in some little small ways sometimes when people go to sell their silver, and they're selling it for, $26 an ounce, and people are like, well, I'm not going to spend that much. I just won silver last night for $5.
It does, because if you go around and that's all you can watch some nights is you'll say there's 3 streams running and they're all gaming. They get to watch.
It's become a business model that is, it has more cons than it does pros for the community. I mean, it's entertainment. That's great and it's fun. I don't participate as much anymore because I've noticed that it's become on their end more of a business stance. So I don't.
Right.
I'll support channels, and I do that.
And I do too. I do.
I should have changed, put my title, poor man's auction.
I didn't mean to get on a different thing for you there.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
That's right, Mama T. I have to.
I'm fearful that a hammer's coming.
I know.
It's going to come hard next, as we already talked about.
And it's going to be a hammer that's not the third-party payment places banning you hammer. It's going to be
knocking on your door
kind of hammer.
Knocking on your door.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. And I don't want to see anybody get caught up in that.
Oh, it's going to knock hard next tax season. People are going to be like, what?
That's something else. I just came to the decision that I was going to sell stuff this over the holidays and go ahead and get that $10.99 from PayPal, because I've bought so much stuff this year that I can easily write it off. I mean, because I buy a lot of collectibles and coins and put it up, and I've bought it, and I've got the receipt showing that I bought it. So if it comes up and says I've made $2,000 on PayPal this year, I can go, okay, that's fine. Well, I spent $6,000. You're going to give me Are you going to give me what you owe me then? I could easily write it off. So
exactly, and that's
a
what I'm
friend of mine
saying is.
he finally told me, he says, you know what? The government is not going to look close enough to say, ooh, you sold this coin for this money and you bought this toy for this price. So they're different. So it doesn't matter. So they're not going to let you. They're just going to say, how much did you spend and how much did you make? They don't care what the item is.
Right.
They're just going to look at the money in, money out. And if you can prove you've put more in than you've taken out, then you don't owe.
Yeah, I would say he's about right. You put that title up there and they come flocking in.
Yeah, you used to put game in the stream title, yeah, and people just come in to see what's going on.
I do miss the 10 scratch spots games. It's too bad on those couldn't still be somehow they would be work legal, but they're basically
it's turned into races. Everything was
in the races. If you notice on a lot of them channels, like it's the same people winning nearly. I mean, maybe it's just me when I watch, but it's like the same people win.
If you notice, I've people are playing the odds. If there's 10 spots, you'll see somebody take 4.
Yeah,
because they're looking at it from the standpoint: if I take 4 and spend 20, I have a chance of winning this, $60 item, and I've only spent $20. And if I lose this one and I do it 3 times and I win 2 out of 3, I'm still up. So you'll see people that'll take more than one. I liked it when you had 10 spots, you could only take 1 spot.
And I remember this one guy, I ain't calling his name, that used to come out and he'd go on the channels and he would buy in them 10 spot games, and he would do that a lot. Ain't no telling how much money he was spending every week. And I was like, he's either really, really rich or he ain't going to be here long. Well, he ain't there no more. You don't never hear of that person and you don't see them. They were in there for a couple, 3 months and it looked impressive, but they didn't last very long.
Yeah. That's another reason why I backed off Mama T, is because the quality of the items that were being gamed, I personally didn't see it reflected in the cost of the game, so I just chose not to play those games.
Well, when I first started watching, it was Big T and Mama T, and they started out was
the scratch on
with them grab bags that he called, I believe, and I think they had different dollar nomination amounts, and that's not a bad thing really to do, is go do some of them grab bags and fix them up.
There's people who do that, and I think that's interesting too. The little mystery bag thing, that's not a it's not a gambling thing because it falls under the old sports card rule. Sports cards actually have an exemption by Congress so that they're not considered gambling. That's how come you're able to have baseball and football cards and all those random pack cards, because there's a special law that allows it to happen.
It was funny when Dollar Tree first started out and my girls were a little bitty. We'd go in there and they had grab bags for $1. Well, shit, they figured it out even real quick because they could get more dollar items in that bag for $1, and that was that they couldn't keep them in the store. They sold them things out.
And those are fun for if that's your bag of tea, then it's fun. I mean, I like doing stuff like that too. Just now I'm more worried about paying bills than I am grab bagging.
I hear you. I understand.
Now, there's one thing that I like that people do, and I'm going to get back into it too, on like Mama T's Flea Market, Everyday Opportunity, is getting back to the grab bags. I'm thinking about making like $40 grab bags, $60 grab bags, $75 and $100 grab bag, different grab bags. Guaranteed this much amount of silver, this much, the next amount, along with other coins. I'm not going to put buffalo nickels or wheat pennies in the stinking things, but, guaranteed, Merc dimes and different things of this nature. But this one could have an extra Morgan in it, or this one could have a peace dollar instead of a Morgan, things of that nature. That's what makes it a grab bag. necessarily you're not gambling with that because you already know what you're going to. You already know the amount of what you're going to get in it. You just don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know which one has the bonus.
Exactly. You're going to get a couple with bonuses. You just don't know which one gets the bonus.
Right.
So,
and from the dealer perspective, it's your way of moving your merchandise. And
maybe I've got constitutional silver that's sitting around like war nickels or whatever that's just sitting
and
around.
You can't move
and I throw 2 or 3 in each one. It helps it move it along. You're still getting silver. It might only be 35%, but maybe you're doing a nickel book and you might need those for something. I don't know. I like ideas like that. That's what I like.
Well, I'm fixing to steal that one because I got a bunch of constitutionals and bullion that I want to get rid of, so I may do that.
You can steal it. I'm not going to be selling for a while anyway. You can steal it. I'll steal it. I'll steal it back in a couple of years.
I finished my Peace Dollar book.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, the show I went. Let's see, what show was it? There was a show when it was the Tyler show that when EC and everybody from Texas met up in Tyler, and they're out. That was my goal. I wanted to finish my Merc book, and I wanted to finish that book. And the Merc book is effectively finished. I call it effectively because I'm missing the one, but everything else is there. And I got to finish my Peace book. I found a guy. Now it's probably less than now, but then the condition it was in, he let me have that 28. I think it's Philly is the big one, right? The key. He let me have that for $300, and the condition looked AU. So I felt that was a good deal.
All right. I mean, the 16D is something that won't be too hard. It's not too hard to get a hold of. It's just
I don't want to spend money.
Right. And we know a 16D in a G4, you're lucky for 500 or 600. You're lucky at 500 or 600 right now. Actually, they've actually dipped down. There's a guy that's got a few of them because he's been buying them up like crazy. He's got all different sizes, but he's got G4s right now for, I think, it's 525 or something like that.
Yeah, I just don't
PCGS, but I'm like, but who's really going to crack out a 16D dime after spending $525?
Just stick it in a book.
Really that guy to break out a dime?
You just stick it in. You stick it with the book. You don't.
Right. You stick it on top, rubber band it, and like it's done.
There's a complete set with it. Yeah.
That's why I think people that do the penny books should have the 1909 SVDB, the 1922 No D, and the 1955 double die, all graded top 3 on the book.
On top.
It's done.
There you go.
It's done. You go. That way, you're not going to get any questions: are those authentic or not? Because that's going to be the first question on everybody's mind. You got a full penny book with the actual key dates. Are those authentic or are they? You're going to get those questions. You are.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, I get to go up to Utah tomorrow.
I might make some grab bags up here around before Christmas and see the little boxes right here you can get from the dollar store.
Right. See, like you do a holiday thing. Everybody take this idea and run with it. I mean, I don't want to see 50 different channels all of a sudden grab bagging it like crazy. I hope not. If you do, oh well. But I brought grab bags over a year ago. When I had those 6 or 7 cloth bags, and like I said, there's guarantee there's a Morgan in each one. So my Mama T got one from it. I think that had a colorized ASE or something in it. Or color. No, it was a colorized Morgan she got. And she was happy about that because she loved her colorized coins. And she was all excited. I think it was like $50 grab bag or something.
You could say, something along the lines of like a $50 grab bag, $60 grab bag, and say you're guaranteed minimum 2 ounces of silver, out of it.
And, and that'll, you guarantee 2 ounces of silver, if not more, in a $50 grab bag. I'm probably going to be bent all. I'm just saying. I'm probably like,
well, I know
$25 an ounce. Hey, where do I sign up? Because I can't.
Exactly. So even if you say, if you do it at 60, but you're getting at least 2 ounces. So
And
even if you
then,
just get the 2 ounce, that's still 30. That's not too bad. You're not too much over, but you have the potential of maybe there's one with 3 ounces in it, or there's
right,
one with,
or there's two and
constitutional.
a half. There's a half ounce of constitutional in there.
Yeah,
somewhere,
exactly. So you're going to get that much.
Right, and if I know people do like coins, so you might want to throw maybe a couple of Indian hit pennies, but people like the older one. Maybe a shield nickel or two in there, just for extra stuff,
just to give them something,
a little bonus thing.
And that's
but,
where a lot of people. That's where a lot of people that do these grab bags actually are able to justify the values because they do numismatics in there.
I mean, I know I've done grab bags. I know it wasn't nationwide. That just recently I was on Everyday Opportunities, not last Saturday, but Saturday before. I can't remember who did it, but someone did it. I know Dizzy's done grab bags before. There's a few others that's done grab bags, and they sell out. Even if you only get a 15-minute window, they are gone. People are just like, yes, because it's the mystery of it that they like that stuff. And it's still not really caught on super big like the games have. And I think even if it does catch on, to me, I guess you could say it is a form of gambling, because a form of gambling is anything that you spend money with a chance of something greater is the actual definition of gambling. But to me, a grab bag is more like a raffle. You're going to be guaranteed anything anyway. You're guaranteed that they already said you're guaranteed X amount for, the $30 grab bag or the $100 grab bag or everything in between. I mean, especially if someone says, look, there's 4 ounces of silver, and in 2 of these, there's 5 ounces of silver for $100 a grab bag. I mean, I think everybody would be like, take my money. Or am I going to get, because you're getting a possible 5 ounces of silver for $20 an ounce? Everybody's on that.
Everybody's on it, yeah.
Quick, because you're under spot. Everybody's on it. Quickly. And so it's just, So I think, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're having a hard time moving merch and moving stuff, like even Gleason, like if you were to go get some silver or something, and you were to throw one of those slabs, like a bonus, one of those slabs that you have, say you have an ounce of silver plus you have one of those slabs and a couple other coins, and you do $30, $35 grab bags, you're getting your money's worth. You're getting a slab coin, you're getting coins, and you're getting silver. You can do grab bags that way, or you can do an all silver grab bag, or you can do the mixture. It's a person's choice. There's so many different ways you can go about it. So, what do you got there? I see a card. Looks like it's a 9.5. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's a Charizard.
How much?
It's a Radiant Charizard. Yeah. DCS is a local company out of Allen, and they actually host one of the biggest sports card shows in the nation. It's international. Every other month, there's a big show there that has like 1,000 tables, and you got national, international. So they started doing, they even have PSAs there, Beckett's there, all the major ones set up there too. But they started to do a local grading because a couple of the graders for PSA and Beckett, are local, and they decided to basically open their own company. And so I picked this up yesterday.
Well, really quick, J-Dog, PayPal is already, they're already set. PayPal's doing it. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, any way that someone can pay you by moving your merchandise around over $600, you're going to get taxed for it. Even the way I do it. But the thing is, that's why I decided to go where I will invoice everybody through the Square, like Big Flip does. Silver Keys is starting to move her stuff in there. She still does Cash App and PayPal, but she's slowly starting to move her stuff in the Square because people are learning through Square.
It's all
it's not quite 6%. It's only a little under 5%. So I think a lot of people are going to be doing Square next year once everybody gets their 1099s, and they're going to be going.
I'm curious to see how they're going to handle like PayPal, friends and family. How's that going to be figured?
I know, because like they're gonna have to prove something there if they're trying to say you.
Well, because and they said that even with friends and family, they said that anything over $600, they're going to. Well, it's no longer just people sending family members money at that point. That's their cutoff. Now it's you're going to have to pay taxes on it, and what that is, that's the government putting that in its own perspective, and because they just went across the board with it. Okay, well, business accounts are going to be 600, friends and family is going to be 600. I don't care if it's a mother sending $50 a month to her daughter for gas. Right. At the end of the year, she's going to be paying a little bit of tax on that. Just the way it is.
If you don't make over $26,000, though, you won't have to pay no tax.
You'll still get the form.
Yeah, but I'm saying you won't have to pay in anything.
Here's what I'm finding fascinating. My kids at school use Cash App like it's their wallets. Like here's money, here's money. They just use Cash App. They're doing $2 back and forth to each other all the time because they sell chips and stuff in school. They're not supposed to, but I see it happen.
So they're gonna make it.
They're gonna break that $600. In fact, I know some of them
they're gonna make kids pay tax.
Yeah, right.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to just shut down all the kids' accounts. Either that, or it's going to go to their parents, and the parents are going to have to pay taxes on it. The parents are going to shut down their accounts.
Yeah, so I think it's going to go to where third-party apps are going to require you to be 18 plus and prove it before you.
Right, with a driver's license, with your social, other things like that. Because like Cash App, they're already wanting your social. So they're already on your ID because.
We decided to open eBay back up for this the holiday season, and I shut mine down when they decided to go to their own payment system. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to attach anything to it. I'm done. And that was, 2 years ago. So I decided, a friend of mine and I decided, let's go ahead and open it back up because like I said, I buy so much stuff throughout the year, I could easily write it off. And, yeah, they wanted my social. They wanted all kinds of stuff. And I just went and opened up a new bank account through Capital One's free account. And that's going to be my eBay account. It's all going to drop in there. So I know exactly how much I've spent, how much I've made. And I can easily go, okay, here's all.
The good thing about me moving out to Texas, I don't have to change banks because I use First Convenience Bank, which is the First Bank of Texas, which is everywhere out there.
Yep, that's what I use, First Convenience.
And I have my personal checking in there. I have my business, my Money Maniacs account in there, and then me and Miss Money have our joint account in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I use, the business, and I have it connected to the PayPal. I have it connected to the Square. And J-Dog, what the Square is it's not the you see the squares at people that you go to convention or whatever, and they say we accept Visa, MasterCard through the Square. Well, that's one way of doing it. That's person to person. There is another thing at Square.com where a business person or a dealer or something can put in information. This is why when a dealer sells something to you, they're going to ask you for your first and last name, your email address, and your address, because they got to type in all that information before they send out the invoice to you. And how the invoice works is it goes right to your email. It's just like you click on it with whatever credit or debit card you want to use. Click on it, pay with that card number, and it's just like checking out at Amazon or anything else. Is what it is. It's very simple to use. I think it's a much better plan than PayPal, Cash App, and the rest of them.
It allows you to use all those too. I mean,
yeah,
and customers can use that.
So. Right, the customers can use PayPal, Cash App, and everything through the Square. Like it'll give you the options: credit card, debit card, Cash App, PayPal, however you want to send that money in, because they'll transfer it like you.
Yeah, it's great for a business because it keeps everything in one place.
And that's great. And for me, this next year is going to be half a headache because half the year is when I started really using Square and stopped PayPal and Cash App. I still have PayPal to pay people through PayPal, but I don't receive anything anymore through PayPal. I just use it so that if they only have PayPal or something like that, I send it to them. Miss Money has a Cash App, but we only use it to send people. If they only have Cash App, then I'll move money into the different checking accounts. She'll move it into her Cash App and then transfer to whoever I'm paying that way.
Hey, Big T, have you uploaded your preview yet? I haven't got a notification.
I didn't even get a notification for his Secret Santa 3 days ago. I was on the phone with him earlier, and he had to let me know it's out there. I was like, oh.
I'm gonna scare everybody off now for sure. Hey, I hate to cut y'all off, and I wish I could stay. I'd stay on even here for another 30 or 40 minutes, but I got to take my grandson home. He's been knocking on the door, and his grandma been trying to keep him back. So it's time for him to go home this afternoon. So I'm going to have to shut it down. And thanks, Nerd and Money, y'all for coming up. Thanks everybody for coming in.
You're welcome.
And
hey, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go watch Big T's preview now.
yeah, everybody go over to Big T's auction tonight. Everybody that's in here, don't forget. So
Well, thanks for having me.
Anytime, y'all have a good evening. See you next time.
I'll catch y'all later.